Hey, excuse me, my friend. You work for the cleaners, right?
Yeah.
And we're back. Another episode of the Laundromat Show. What's this, Cheese? Episode 7?
It's episode 7, Brody.
It's a little different setup this time.
Some bullshit.
I got Cheese to the front of me. How you doing today,
I'm
Cheese?
chilling, Brody, as always.
All right. I got Esco in a lone studio in the dark by himself. How you
It's
doing?
hot as
today,
shit in
brother?
here, bro. I feel like I'm in a hot box. I feel like I'm in jail.
This finna be a breeze.
Listen, man, stuff happens sometimes. We got to make it work. So let's run through it all. Once again, thanks for everybody who's been tuning into the show. We appreciate the love. I'm going to go ahead and shout out the social media accounts real quick. So make sure you guys follow us on Twitter. On Twitter, we are Laundromat Show. Make sure you follow us on Instagram as well. We are the Laundromat Show on Instagram. And we are coming soon to Patreon, guys.
What?
So be tuned for all of that. Everybody
Patreon,
who's
bro.
currently doing the pay
What's it called,
subscriptions,
Esco?
It's Patreon.
Patreon.
we are on Patreon. Coming soon. We're going to be on Patreon. So basically, everybody who's doing the paid subscriptions now, we will get in contact with you guys very soon and show you guys how to switch over. And then for everybody else who wants to support, we will let you know about that a little later. So let's get right into our black business promotions. Who you want to shout out, Cheese?
I'm going to shout out my cuz, Adrian Cotton. You know what I'm saying? He's a black author. And he recently released a book called AWO, Big Time Players. And basically, it's about wrestling and black wrestling, like, you know, the professional entertainment. So that's some dope stuff, man. Go look at the book. Go look it up and go buy and support.
Where can we get it at?
It's on Amazon. And that's
Amazon? Okay.
Amazon, AWO, Big Time Players.
I thought he was about to spell out Amazon. I was like,
Nah. Yeah, if y'all don't know how to spell Amazon, man, I don't even know. You shouldn't be grabbing the book.
That's funny. Who you want to shout out, Esco?
I'm going to shout out my man, Darius. He doing this thing selling these shoes. He selling them at a much better rate than these niggas that be trying to cheat motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
You can follow him at Top Stocks Drop on Instagram.
Shout out to D-Wall.
Shout out my guy.
And then I want to go ahead and shout out my homie Biggs James. He just launched his designing company called Vigilante Art Collective. He has real dope artwork, man. I think he's one of the best designers in the state. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram or not, but if you see me in those designer jackets, that's my man Big. So holla at him. He will definitely get you fresh.
Them Jones is fire for sure.
So let's get right into this or that. Would you guys rather be broke but get 10 free vacations a year or rich but can't leave the state?
Rich, but oh yeah, I want to be rich but can't leave the state.
Oh, then that was an easy one because I'm going with the same thing. I thought maybe you guys like traveling and you thought.
Let me say something, yo. He always asks us something about being broke. Nobody wants to be broke,
Right, bro. I'm never going to pick the broke. I'm never going to pick broke.
You're like, we're never going with
Ever.
broke,
If
bro.
it's broke versus rich, I'm going to pick the
But let's
rich
get
shit.
into it though. There's a lot of people who value vacations over money.
True, but they most times have both. Like they have a little bit of both. When you broke but get 10 free vacations, basically that's like a tease. Cause soon as I get back from the free vacation, I'm broke again.
Right.
You feel
That's
me?
80% of these chicks on Instagram that be taking them pictures in Rome and shit.
Yeah, that's true.
They be coming back to nothing.
That's none of my business, bro.
Yeah. That don't got nothing to do with my account. You feel me? I want to be rich
So we all going rich but can't leave the state?
for sure.
Bro.
All right. Damn, man. Pennsylvania's kind of ass, too. But, yeah, I'm going to take the money.
I'm gonna be in Delaware too, so that's.
Oh,
I mean,
bro.
I'm gonna be
That
rich.
shit like-
I'm gonna
Rich
just
and-
real rap. I'm gonna just live on the beach. You know what I'm saying? I'm just live right on the beach
you
with the
can do
money.
that.
You know
I'm
what
going to keep it a bean. I'd rather be rich in Delaware than in Pennsylvania. Delaware got good prices, man.
You
They do.
tripping?
They got a beach and everything.
Y'all got way more to do in Pennsylvania. Y'all
All right,
tripping.
you going too far. Chill. You ain't
Than
gotta do
Delaware.
it.
In comparison to Delaware, y'all got way more to do.
In Philly.
Okay, Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania's huge. You feel me?
Pittsburgh don't count.
Yeah, that's their own
That's
state.
that Philly bias. Okay.
All right, and then we only going to do 2 today. So my last one is, would you guys rather be in a situationship or an entanglement?
What the fuck is the difference, bro? What's the difference?
A situationship. I don't know. You gonna have to go on that one, Leak.
Bro, shit. I don't know what the difference is, bro.
All right.
Be honest with you.
Let me give you an
I
entanglement.
feel like situationship is the original entanglement.
Well, I looked
So
it up.
they synonyms, nigga? How we gonna do this or that with a synonym?
Which line do you think is going to be easier to get off when you're trying to explain what's going on?
Oh,
Saying it's a
entanglement, for sure.
situationship or an entanglement?
No, entanglement, it sound like like sophisticated. You had to go Google what that shit really was. Like she ain't know, bro. She was just saying that shit happened to be a real word.
Yeah. Entanglement probably get you out of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna take time for them to go look up the definition. You feel what I'm saying? That way you can just boogie.
And entanglement's definitely gonna get you out of a jam. I like that word.
That's funny. Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Ant, because that can just lead us right into our first topic, man. Last podcast we touched on. I know you don't like me saying that, Leak, but
Pause.
yeah, whatever, man. We touched on the situation with August Alsina versus the Smiths, and basically our whole conversation last podcast was about it being an open relationship. So, in this past week, the Smiths came out with their own Red Table Talk, and basically Will Smith brought Jada Pinkett Smith to the Red Table.
Wow, bro.
We're going to get into a few things. I guess the biggest thing that we just talked about, entanglement, it means a complicated or compromising relationship or situation.
Great word choice by Jada.
Very good
She
word
got lucky
choice.
again. I don't believe.
Her vocab is elite.
Elite.
And basically in the Red Table Talk, she just explained how she got into a relationship with August when her and Will Smith actually was separated. So it wasn't technically an open relationship. And initially, when she first met August, it was just to help him with his mental and physical health issues, and then it eventually blossomed into a relationship. So did you guys actually watch the video?
Yes,
Yeah,
I did watch all 12 minutes.
All right, so it was a lot of stuff. It was 12 minutes, but it was a lot of stuff in there. What's y'all initial opinions? I'm going to go to you, Leek. What was your initial opinions of the Red Table Talk that came out?
Well, what I thought was the first thing I saw was the pain in my man Will's eyes. That nigga looked hurt. Like, he pursued of happiness. He was right there on that screen again. He was crying and shit. He like he was just getting off. But what I thought about what Jada said, I kind of believe her story a little bit more than I do August, and that's all I'm gonna say for now.
Real quick, Esco, how do they differ? Because I thought it was kind of the same. I think Jada basically came in and confirmed August.
I feel like that nigga was in love, and she was just trying to get some rocks off.
Oh,
Okay. See, but that's not what she explained, though. Because from what she said was, even though she was like entanglement and kind of was like ducking the conversation, she did say that they were in a relationship while her and Will Smith was separated.
PR moves.
So it wasn't. I mean, we going off her word
I
right
like
now.
that take, Esco.
It might have been. But we
Said
going
my
off her-
opinion, bro. I'm just.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. What you think? What's your initial opinion, Ant?
My mind changed a little bit knowing this. I'm going off of if what Jada said was true. My mind changed a little bit. I look at it a little bit differently knowing they were separated.
Okay.
I now look at it as she's in the right. She can do whatever she wants to do because they're separated. I just think she chose a horrible person to do it with, and that's what she got herself caught into.
Okay, because he was real public with it and ran his mouth.
Yeah, because before they even, because when you watch the interview, she had a relationship with him before, so she knew he wasn't all the way there upstairs. So
Okay.
when her and Will get separated, you choose to do a fling with the crazy nigga. So I can't really feel sorry for you when a crazy nigga act like a crazy nigga and kind of
You
throw
knew he was
your
crazy.
throw your stuff out there. You knew what you was getting into.
Yeah, I think my initial opinion off it is that I like what you said, Aunt, how like their stories were real similar. I think everyone kind of jumped to the open relationship thing because that was the rumors between like Will and Jada. But he did say in his initial video that Will gave him his blessing and they weren't involved romantically. And she kind of confirmed that like they were separated and then they had their own relationship. So like I guess like to move on, like you spoke about it, like Will's appearance, because in the video for me he did his best to give off the impression that he was supportive,
Right. Shrugging it off.
that you know what I mean, they're in this together,
One of
they're
the
at the red
greatest
table
actors to ever
together.
do it.
Yeah, he is one of the greatest actors, and he was acting his ass off, in my opinion. Like, can you speak to more like about his appearance in the video? Like, what weren't we seeing? Like, what did you see between the lines?
I felt like Will was at a point where he didn't want to lose Jada, and he kind of drew back a little bit of that anger that he might have had during the situation, because he did say he was mad.
Yeah.
He said he was mad, and I think he felt like his relationship with her was bigger than whatever happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were broken up, like you said, and like they said, but I don't know, man. It couldn't be me.
It couldn't be you. Why couldn't it be you? If you just said it was broken up, why couldn't it be you?
First of all, I don't do the breaks shit. Like, we break up, we done. Like, I'm not coming back.
Okay.
That's how I rock.
Okay.
What you got? Okay, so what did you think, Aunt? Like, what was about his appearance? Because I felt like in my opinion, like he tried to, like I said, he tried to give off that impression like he was supportive and all that, but I could see the pain in my man's face. His eyes was like they was like bloated a little bit. He had this expression on his face like he just was just, I can't believe this. And I felt for him because I feel like I've been in that situation before where it's like you want to rock out with this person, but they did you dirty.
Well, I wouldn't say she did him dirty. What I will say, well, one, going to your first question is, looking at his body language, the vibe I got was he was very uncomfortable. It was an uncomfortable situation for him. Now, going off with both Jada and August said, this happened a while ago. This was some years ago.
Okay.
So I feel like him and Jada already dealt with this situation, but we've all been in a situation where you've dealt with it already, but you don't ever want to remember it or talk about it again. So when he had to sit up there on that table and like relive that same pain that he had 3 years ago, he was like squirming in his seat. He was very uncomfortable. He was very uncomfortable.
Yo, I'm glad you brought it up because to me, bro, it's like, let's keep it a bean.
Yeah.
When you looking at your girl or your queen, right? That thought that like, I'm gonna speak personally. That thought that while y'all were together or involved, possibly another dude got in between and was able to be involved with your girl. I feel like that's hurtful as hell. Like that's why I felt like he was like so uncomfortable. He was trying to be supportive.
They were separated though.
That crushes niggas' pride.
They were separated though.
This is my point.
Okay.
Regardless of the separation or if you're together, like if y'all still, that's why I said like they still were involved.
Oh, right.
It was still a chance for them to get back together.
Right.
I know what you. Yeah.
And I feel like that's crushing, dog.
That's
like,
why I mean
it
it couldn't
is.
be me, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You spoke to that because like that's crushing, dog. When you got to think about and you know who the boy is.
Yeah, bro. That's horrible. Like you cool with the boy. Like, I don't even got beef.
Well,
Like,
I wouldn't call him cool,
bro.
but he knows him.
No, that nigga cool. He called him Og, bro.
No, yeah, we gonna speak about it. We gonna speak about that. But Leak is right. They knew him from beforehand. Like they actually brought him in, and
he
family,
co-signed it.
Yeah, the family was helping him out, and then later on, from what they're saying, it became a personal relationship between Jada and August. It's like you know the boy, you know he slept with your wife. Like you, bro.
That's a gut check to your ego.
Can you imagine it? Like having to imagine that. Like just
That nigga fell in love with her too.
and fell in love.
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like the majority of men have found themselves in that situation, and it's tough.
This is the
It's very
difference.
tough.
What situation? August, I seen this?
In a
in
situation
Will's
like that.
situation,
I agree with that.
In Will's situation, where you were with a woman, y'all might have had like a little short break, and then when you come back,
Somebody
you find
slid
out
in.
like it was popping.
Somebody
I'm not doing the breaks, bro. I can't. For that reason, I don't do the break shit. For
Okay.
that reason.
For that reason.
That makes
reason,
sense
can't
then.
handle
If
that,
you
yeah.
know you can't, if you know you're not ready for that, that makes sense then. We're not going to go on a break unless we're really breaking.
But this is where I disagree. Though.
Okay.
This is why I think it makes it crazy because you can go on a break and come back and you just not know what happened during the break. I think the pain comes in when you find out
when it's public.
When like when you find out personally, like damn, this is what you was getting into on the break. Because like if you took on a break, you ain't supposed to know what happened. Like we supposed to, you know what I'm saying?
That's
what
right,
happened?
that's
What
true.
happened? And then not only did you find out, but the whole world found out. And I
now
think
that's
where it
what
makes
I
it crazy.
can't stand. That's where I draw my line. When the world knows, I'm out. There's a chance we can work it out if it's just me and and you were single and I was single. But if it becomes a spectacle, I'm out.
You can't be boo-boo the
Hold
fool.
up, real quick. I want to say, it's been a bunch of rumors that I've seen that Will Smith was cheating too.
But
I've
that
seen
ain't
a couple of things. But
Jada-
it hasn't come out.
Jada kind of hinted towards
Yeah,
that.
it's the difference between coming out and being.
Jada hinted towards that in the interview.
Yeah.
And so did he.
And so did he. But I think that's the key difference where it's like, okay, I'm hurt that this happened.
Right.
But I can deal with this personally. Don't nobody know.
Right.
But now I'm boo-boo the fool for the world. And I got to sit down in this table and act supportive and have this face on, you know what I mean? This look on my face
Like
the whole time.
I'm Will fucking Smith. Everybody, a lot of people know. Most people know who the fuck I am.
That's the
That shit is
part
crazy.
that I think hurts the most because that's something we will never. Well, hopefully we can relate to. I want everybody here to be successful. But it's one thing
don't
if
wanna
it's like,
relate to
yo, you're Aunt McKee from Bloomsburg, and this happens to you, and like people in the college finds out. This is Will fucking Smith, one of the best actors to ever do it. You kind of feel like that's beneath you. He kind of looked like disgusted.
Yeah,
like
bro. Like,
I'm
he didn't
really
deserve-
sitting here talking about August fucking Alsina.
Bro, he didn't
and
deserve
I'm Will
this, bro.
Smith.
Public embarrassment.
Bro, he
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
make,
fucking Will Smith.
he didn't make Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to get this, bro.
to
Like
debate
yeah,
with
bro.
August Alsina.
Independence Day. Like he didn't deserve this.
Jazz didn't get thrown out for this shit, bro.
Bro, and this is my other thing too. Will's appearance was the subtle like thing I kind of peeped, but the other thing I peeped, bro, was Jada's demeanor throughout the whole John. And I'm gonna keep it a bean. This is what kind of angered me, just as a guy. Like because like if you've been in this situation, it hurts. I just felt like she was ducking the accountability, yo.
She was ducking the smoke, but Will put her in that corner.
Yeah.
Remember, he was in Ali. He know how to box.
He would-
Will put her in the corner, ain't let her get out. She was trying to duck all the questions, call shit an entanglement.
Real shit,
I'm
yup.
like, come on
They
now.
was-
I thought that
Come
was a
on,
big point,
Jada.
bro. Like he was like an entanglement, no, a relationship. Like
Yeah,
he
get
made
it
a
right.
point. He
That
even
was
made it a
together.
point to come back to that.
Right.
Like, and I just felt like she kind of had this air of like
It don't matter.
it don't matter, and I didn't mess up. Like I didn't do anything wrong. And I think she did because it became public.
What
That's
she
the- that's
did
the- that's the
wrong
wrong.
was
Yeah.
what she did wrong was chose the wrong person and made it a spectacle. That's what she did wrong.
Made it a spectacle. Yeah. So I guess if this did happen to y'all, this happened, right? Everything came out.
Like a spectacle.
Am I Will Smith level or am I me?
We can do both. We'll do
Okay.
both. I'll go to you first, Leak. If this did happen, hypothetically, could you have the public sit down? Like,
Fuck no, bro. You saw how Will Smith? You saw how Will's face was?
you don't think it was better for him to have a public sit down?
I mean,
I'm asking.
no, he could have not said anything. I don't think he didn't have to do shit either way. In my eyes, like it was kind of like
He had to say something. That's
I don't know, bro.
He had,
Did
to, he had to make a
Did he?
statement.
I think
What was he going like?
It was
what,
he.
What did he really say though? What did he
was-
say? What was his statement? Tell me.
I don't know what, but he had some
What
heat
was
on
his
him, bro.
statement?
He had heat.
What was his statement?
I feel like we
No,
just
he
had to
didn't
see
make a
his
statement,
opinion.
yeah.
You know what it is,
He
Leak?
didn't.
This is what you know what it is, Leak? I feel like it is because look, they're real big to be like, we show y'all everything. I'm jumping out of
Yeah.
planes.
Right.
Yeah.
See?
I'm heavy. You know everything about
Yeah,
me, boy.
Right.
That's true.
I'm so transparent. Well, now you gotta be
Yeah,
transparent,
that's
dog.
true. Okay,
He
for
made
him,
that
yeah,
bed,
it makes
got
sense
lay
for
in
him.
it.
It makes sense.
You know what I'm
for him.
saying? So would you be able to do that? Like,
If I'm Will Smith, then you right. You have to because of like you said, I'm so open, quote unquote, and people accept and all that shit. So if I'm Will Smith, but if I'm elite, fuck no, I'm not doing no public sit down, bro. I would be on that joint. On my head would have been on fire. My whole head would have been on fire.
you couldn't have did it because you wouldn't be able to make it through the interview.
Yeah, bro. No, like that entanglement shit would have sent me. Yo, I'm listening.
But hold up, Esco.
We want to know, bro. What would have
Let's
happened,
say it
bro?
happened 4 years ago, though, and you're just revisiting an old situation. Does that make it better for you?
No, it's worse, bro. Because that means like I'm a type of nigga. Once I forget some shit and bury it, it's done for me. Like I'm not gonna bring that shit back up a bunch of times. You gonna fucking unearth this shit and put this big ass casket on my desk? Hell no.
Nah, I feel him. I think
do.
I would have been upset too, like, cause it's just like, it's one thing for it to happen years ago, and if I feel like the person I'm with is taking full responsibility and accountability for it, like she ain't saying shit like an entanglement when it's really a relationship.
Right.
She ain't saying shit like I didn't have any transgressions. You know what I'm saying? Like she was saying a bunch of shit. Look, yo, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I was watching the joint. She was saying shit that was triggering me, and I ain't even Will Smith.
What you say?
You got mad,
Just,
G's?
but yeah, bro, watching the vid, like I can't believe it, and like the smug face, like I would have been like, yo, like
Yeah.
you were really like, I can't believe
She
it.
was saying Indian style and shit like it was a game.
It was adding
Yeah,
insult to
like
injury.
my man heart not in pieces across the table
Right,
from
yeah,
you.
she was adding insult to injury. She definitely was.
He definitely had pain in his eyes.
Yo, bro, I thought that joke was crazy, bro. What about you, Ant? Like, could you have had the public sit down?
No, I can have a mano sit down, but I'm not having a public for the world sit down.
Even with all the world just kind of coming at your character, like Will Smith must be.
Well, yeah, and okay, so if I'm Will Smith, you got to, because people are looking for an answer.
Right.
Because you live in your life in the open. Your whole brand as of this moment is Mr. Relationship. We let y'all see everything, the good, the bad. So I have to say something.
Right.
So if I'm Will, I would have to go out there. Me as Anthony McKee, no, I'm not having a public conversation. I'll have a private conversation, but no, not a public.
It's just embarrassing, bro.
That's my thing, and I
And
think
how nonchalant she was, I would have did some. I would have got in trouble at that interview, bro.
They would've had to cut the
I would have
footage?
cursed her ass out. She was way too nonchalant for me. Like
Right.
she ain't give a fuck.
And for me, I feel like if we had the same, for like me and whoever, we had the same relationship as Will and Jada, and they had been past it already. I don't want to bring that shit up back up. Period, bro.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
at all. Like fuck the world. Like no matter what nobody's saying, we are good. We talked about this. We've been through it.
Yeah, I think that's a mature way to look at it. I think also like her smug demeanor, all jokes aside, is because like she stated in an interview like it was years ago. So for her, she buried it. But for me as a man, I know I would be like, damn, like you may forgive, but you never forget. And even though they were separated, it's just like, dog, like.
And to see a nigga talking like that about her on everything.
Yeah, you talking about who?
August. See that
Yeah,
nigga talking
yeah.
like
To
that.
see the
that's
other boy
tough,
talking
man.
crazy like
That's
that, bro, that
tough.
would have
I
enraged
went to
me.
his house. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. Me and him would have had to mix.
That's
We would have
tough.
had to mix. Yeah, I guess. So I guess one of the things I saw that was interesting at the end, Will Smith kept hinting at, well, I'm going to get you back. Mm-hmm. And she was like, yeah, I didn't transgress. I don't think it's anything to get anything back. And he was like, no, I'm serious. I'm going to get you back. Mm-hmm. How do y'all see the difference between like men and women handling these situations? Is there a difference?
No.
You don't think there's a difference? Like if it would have been roles reversed?
I mean, I think it depends on a personal, not just like the gender of the person, like the actual, like the person.
Yeah,
like
I'm asking, is there a difference with men and women?
I don't think so, because I feel like everybody be petty-ish. People can be petty, period.
Yeah,
like that's what it comes down to. The revenge, petty shit, it's whoever.
The reason I ask that is because it's kind of like a thing, like a stereotype. Like when men, like you know how you see the jokes on Twitter, like when men, some shit like this happens to them, it's time for them to get crazy. To activate they savage. And like I felt like Will Smith was definitely about to activate his savage. And what I mean by that is like he was about to go get other women. Like ASAP.
I feel like he already did that
like
though.
Will Smith been activating his savage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He already did it. Remember, this happened 4 years ago. He definitely already got her back, bro.
The first time he said, "I'm gonna get you back," she said, "You already did."
See, yeah, exactly.
I agree, but I'm talking about in retaliation to this becoming public like this.
Again.
Like now he about to really get on his shit.
I mean,
I think Will's too old for that, but if he was a young boy, he would.
Why you think there's an age limit on that?
I feel like he's just in a space in his life, like he's mature. He's like, listen, he's more level-headed. Like, yo, we already worked through this. Yes, it's uncomfortable having this conversation in public, but we didn't already went through what we went through. Will's like 50, I think. If he was a young boy, I think he would have got her back when it first happened, and then when it got public, he would have felt the need to get her back again. That's a young boy thinking.
No.
So you think because he said he's going to do that. I believe him. So,
again?
What you mean? What you mean again?
I feel like when this first broke, when nobody knew but them, Will already wilded out and did his thing.
But he just said it. What I'm saying is he's saying that I'm gonna get you back. Like, and it was a joke, ha ha, he. But I didn't see the joke,
bro. That was the one time pain wasn't in his eyes. I saw joy.
Well,
For a split second, he had joy.
Well, if Will gonna get that hall pass,
in his eye,
bro. I saw the joy
Will
flicker.
gonna get the hall pass, rock out, man. Rock out.
I'm cracking up. Yeah. So you think that's petty, and I think it's petty too. I think like if you're a grown up, you and you really want it to work out with your wife, you don't do no shit like that. But I know that we human and hurt people.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? I thought that was crazy how he just kept saying that. I really believe that.
That's
man.
hilarious.
That man is on a vacation probably with somebody right now.
Right now, bro.
And I guess the reason I brought this up too is because like we don't know Will or Jada from a can of paint, but it's like applicable to our lives. You know what I'm saying? Us going through shit like this. The last thing I thought that was kind of crazy was like how important to y'all is when you have your girl, y'all nickname. Like, do y'all have? I mean, y'all can answer this. Like, do y'all have a nickname that only your girl can call you? Like, have y'all ever been in that situation before? Like,
nah.
The reason I asked is like they were calling him Og. Like the first one I saw, like it wasn't August. It was like Og. Like, and she made it a point that kept saying Og.
That would have pissed me off if I was Will.
Okay, yeah. Why, Aunt?
Like, yo, you just had a whole relationship with this boy. The whole world is clowning me because you was fucking this boy when we broke up, and you just gonna sit here and call the nigga Og
you better
to my
say
face?
August.
Yeah, like, come on, man. She doing the most. Nah.
I know, and what I'm saying is because I've been in that, and like I've had a nickname from the person I was with, and I know how. I
plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one, baby. But yeah, I've had a nickname before, so I know how like crucial that is when y'all get to that point in a relationship where it's like, oh, she really rock with me because I got this nickname.
I'll say, for me, I've never had a nickname because I probably wouldn't answer to this.
You just leak?
I'm vain like that. Yeah, I just be Malik. But I usually give them out. And it's usually not a nickname that they enjoy. It's always something that like they just have to accept over time because I can't stop saying it.
But either way, it's from love, though.
Yeah, bro. It comes from a love place.
Name one of them.
No, but I can tell you that I plead the fifth.
No.
But see, the fact that you can't even say it, or the fact that I didn't want to say it, just shows how personal and important it is. So for you to be in front of me, like I'm gonna just speak from personal because I was feeling for my dog. I really was feeling for my dog.
Will,
for you to be in front of me, this situation happening, and you calling this boy by his nickname, like it's like yo, like where the respect at, yo? And but to her point too, Will was calling him Og too. But I wouldn't have been calling.
Did y'all notice this real quick?
Pain.
Yeah, it was a lot of pain.
Voice was cracked. Oh,
you was in a relationship with Oh,
it was
Did
hurt.
y'all notice that every time I noticed this. Every time Jada mentioned Og, she would like look up in the air as if like she's reminiscing.
Oh God.
Did y'all niggas notice that, bro?
No,
I did
wasn't
not
watching
notice
that
that.
closely. I'll be honest.
I watched it like 3 times.
In what
I started-
way?
Like, okay, you know, like when you say something, like let's say like we all play ball. Like let's say like when we bring up AAU, and then you give like that look in the air, like damn, I miss AAU.
I'll be honest, bro. I've never looked up in the air and reminisced or some shit like that. Unless it was like a loved one that passed. I don't just look up. It's not a fucking TV show.
No, like have you ever
I've done that before. I've
Look,
done
you
that
know what I'm
before.
talking about,
Just
Cheese?
reminisced. I've
Cheese,
never
you know what
done
I'm talking
I've
about?
thought about people favorably and reminisced on them.
Yeah,
in the
like
moment.
damn, oh, what happened to so like every time she said all, yo, every time she said all, she would like look up in the air and smile.
Damn.
If I was Will, I would have flipped something.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Delicious.
Like when you reminisce, that's my point. When you reminisce it, it's saying "og" like that, like yo, like
While
it's
saying
like
Indian style.
well, I said Indian style, and don't believe that you transgressed. Oh my gosh, bro. Will is a stronger man than me. I guess that's what this whole episode is gonna be
He's
for
a
me.
GOAT actor.
Cause yeah, he's one of the greatest people. Cause oh my goodness. And I guess lastly, like as a ego thing, it's just like when that something like that happens, August looks really good in this situation. Cause it's like
Does he?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't know. To me, it looks like well, clearly she rocked with August because Will wasn't doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she did say that like it was like she wanted to feel good.
Right.
But it just be more to that. Like to the public, you'd be like, oh, well, what does that mean?
Right.
How was he making you
Said that to
feel
that
good?
nigga face.
He's probably eating her ass or something. Will wasn't doing some shit like that.
Yeah, he went there.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Yeah. So that's crazy.
man.
Is there anything else, man? Y'all brought from that we. I'm gonna just keep going on
You
that.
know,
don't
Cheese,
fucking know,
Mr.
bro.
Optics, man. He ain't like that one.
That's cool. But though he right. He just I like Lee because he keep it. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it a
He
bean.
keep it a bean. But he right though. Like what was August really doing to make you feel good?
Something.
You know what I'm saying?
Little
Like
something, little razzle
and,
dazzle.
and she telling you that to your face, Will. Sheesh.
To his mitt.
Sheesh, man. Sheesh,
Yeah,
man. But
it's
man,
rough.
shout out Will, man. Shout out to all the that's some craziness. Anything else y'all want to add to that?
Nah, that's it, man. That was wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even know how to transition. I guess to transition to like a more serious topic. Did y'all see what happened with Deshaun Jackson and his anti-Semitic post?
I did. I was
Yeah.
tuned in.
I seen it.
Any for the listeners that may not have seen that, Deshaun Jackson, he's a receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. Last week, he posted a passage on his Instagram story from a book, and it was a quote that's actually falsely attributed to Hitler. And basically, the quote was claiming that Jewish people are extorting America, and they're gaining benefits by keeping a secret. And that secret is that the original children of Israel are black people. So basically, America doesn't want its citizens to know that the original children of Israel are black people. Jewish people are extorting America, and that's how they're getting, the benefits from that. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of backlash from this post on Instagram. So are y'all familiar with I guess what's your initial opinions on it?
You go first, Ant. You was having this show.
Yeah, because I was very passionate about this topic on Twitter and on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
What I think it is it's the result of a fake woke person messing up, making. Let me word this right. It's the result of somebody who's fake woke, like they didn't do the real research, so they put their foot in their mouths. There is some true in this statement, which
What
we
is
can
that?
get into. Okay, so what is true? Well, actually, no. The only thing that's true in what he said is that black people are the original Israelites. That's a fact.
I agree.
Hitler did not say that.
Yeah, so
He said it was misattributed to.
yeah, no, I'm glad you. Yeah, so I want to make that clear. It wasn't a quote that Hitler actually stated.
Right.
That's one thing. And you saying that's a fact. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I wouldn't say I disagree. I just haven't done enough research to say all that. So you know what I mean.
Yeah, just do your research.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fact.
Okay.
Now,
Did you
go
believe
ahead.
it was anti-Semitic?
Well,
The words on the page, yes. What that shit said, yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because then go ahead, let's go.
I mean, I just answered Chief's question. Yes, that's all I gotta say to that. I mean, I don't think Deshaun Jackson really knew what the fuck he was posting.
At all.
Like Ant said, I feel like he wasn't really educated on. He didn't know who the fuck wrote this. Like niggas thought it was Hitler. He probably didn't know who the fuck did it. See what I mean? He just posted some shit he saw.
Yeah, I don't think he was posting it. I think where it gets a little crazy is I don't think he was posting it because he wanted to post a quote by Hitler.
Right.
Even though Hitler didn't even say this. And I don't think he was doing it from I want to post an anti-Semitic post. He was trying to get that message out that the black people are the original children of Israel.
That's what it was. Got from it, but you can see the other layers where he kind of
because they were attributing and saying that Jewish people were extorting America and they were lying. That is
the thing that frustrates me with this shit is it seems like either you know what you're talking about but don't have a big enough voice to reach the masses, or the people who have a big enough voice to reach the masses don't know what the fuck they're talking about, so they say some dumb shit that makes us all look bad. Because it's like any person like who does the research could have found out Hitler did not say that shit. So, and like I said this on my Twitter, if you're black, you can't play word semantics out here because they're looking for any way to discredit what you say. As a black person, you can't play word semantics. So if you say, yes, black people are the original Israelites, but then you fake accredit that quote to Hitler, don't ignore the whole second half of it and just say, yo, you said Hitler's name is anti-Semitic and ignore everything you just said.
True. While I agree with you, I felt like it's also because he attributed negative things in the passage. It wasn't just that Hitler said that quote.
And the extortion.
It was saying that Jewish people are extorting America.
Right. You can't prove that. So no. You can't say
that. That's period. You know what I mean? So I feel you. I agree with you. And you got to mean what you say.
Right.
And say what you mean.
Right. I've never been a big fan of posting like block quotes and shit anywhere because, you should use your own words. If you go some shit like that, he could have easily just made a post like, I'm with you, my brothers and sisters, some shit like that to support. Right. Like, you ain't got to do the quotes from the internet trying to be, special and do extra shit.
Do extra stuff. And I know he, to speak on what he said about he didn't mean any ill will toward the Jewish community. He stated, anyone who feels I have hate towards the Jewish community took my post the wrong way. I have no hatred in my heart toward no one. Equality, equality. That's what he tweeted. Also, a big part of it I thought was interesting was that after he posted this, and he did receive a little bit of backlash, he also posted a lot of things about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I thought this was interesting because I know a lot of black men and black people in general who really revere him.
Right.
Like me.
Farrakhan. Yeah, we can speak about that. Like, they really revere and respect Farrakhan. But the Defamation League of Philadelphia, they're anti-hate organization, and they're against specifically hate and prejudice towards Jewish people. They have recognized Farrakhan as being anti-Semitic in a lot of his preachings and things like that. So speak to me on your opinions on like how some people revere Farrakhan and then other people, they do not. They believe he spews hatred.
Well, before I let Ant go on his Ant rant,
he
about to go off. I feel like it's this way with any kind of controversial figure that relates to race and religion. It's always two sides: people that support him, and people that don't. It's always gonna be like that. So that's just where I'm at with it. And for me, I agree with some of the things Farrakhan says. Some of the ways he goes about it, I don't really fuck with and care for. But I haven't done enough research to really, endorse that man like that anyway. So, without further ado, I'm gonna pass it to the Ant rant.
Ant rant.
I'm not going to really go in a rant. I'm gonna keep it calm. I'm gonna keep it simple.
Give
the people what they want.
Yeah.
Like you was vocal all week on Twitter. Now you gonna be quiet.
Yeah, this the time, baby.
We're gonna get into it. Listen, man. I'm with Farrakhan 1,000 fucking %.
1,000?
1,000.
1,000.
This is what I hate. Black people have had countless leaders who was on some calm shit,
right,
telling y'all true factual information. Y'all ignore them, y'all torture them, y'all abuse them, and then y'all end up killing them niggas. Now, why all of a sudden, when somebody comes in and he's protected because he has the Nation of Islam around him, you can't touch him.
You sure
He's
can.
speaking that same truthful information, but in a more brash tone because you're not listening to the niggas who's asking y'all for shit. So when a nigga come in here and start telling y'all shit, now he anti-Semitic, he racist, he this, he that. Why every time a black person forcefully want to get their way, is something wrong with us?
Right.
I don't like that shit.
On the things you've said, I agree.
Yeah,
I'm not.
everything you said is
Yeah, on what you just said, I agree. I'm not 1,000% behind Farrakhan, and the reason I'm similar to Leak because I haven't done enough research. And nobody's perfect. And like I said, I haven't done enough research on him, but I do understand why black people look up to him. A lot of black people look up to him. He's like you said, and he's a strong black man, very intelligent, very articulate. He's lived a very, very long time, and that's one thing I respect. He looks like he's in great health. You know what I mean? Just a great. He's like 80, I believe, or 70, 80, and he looks like he's 50. So that's just
Life don't crack.
Exactly, but he really not cracking. It's just power in that. You know what I mean? And I feel like we see a powerful man, and we what's the word? We gravitate towards that. Right, okay. And so I do gravitate towards Farrakhan because of that. I don't know how much I agree with his specific ideals, though.
But going off of that, Cheese, I would just encourage all black people, don't let nobody who's not black tell you about Farrakhan. You go look him up on your own. You watch the speeches on your own. You do the knowledge on your own and come to your own conclusion. Well, that's all I can say. If you listen to him yourself and you don't agree, then that's you. That's you just don't want to live that. That's just you're not on that type time, and that's perfectly fine. But what I don't like is black people who've never listened to his speeches, never heard his teachings, never heard his readings, and let white people tell them that he's racist and you shouldn't listen to him because X, Y, and Z. Don't ever let somebody who's not black form your opinion on Farrakhan for everything he's done for the black community.
What's your response to that, Lee? Because I have one.
I feel like you shouldn't let other people's opinions form your opinion on anything, period.
Okay.
That's it.
Here's where I agree and disagree with you, Ant. I feel like you shouldn't take someone's word from it. If that's what you're saying, don't take someone's word for it. I agree with you. But I believe you need to get your opinions and your information from all different sources. Because I didn't realize
Black
before...
empowerment? Who you gonna get a real opinion from on black empowerment besides a black person?
Listen, because when it came to Farrakhan, I didn't realize that some Jewish organizations label him as anti-Semitic. I didn't know that before.
I can tell you why, but we don't got enough time in the day.
Yeah, well, that and your why could be.
I did my research.
I know, but what I'm saying is they also have their opinions on why they they say he is that way. And I wouldn't have known that had I just gone by looking at what Farrakhan is saying, because Farrakhan may not say that. You know what I mean? So you need to get your information from different sources. Now, whether you agree or not, I'm not saying.
I see what you're saying, bro.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Louis Farrakhan he is. I'm saying that I got that perspective looking at the people who oppose him.
Right.
So that'll help me make a better opinion on him. What I don't like is
Jewish people call him anti-Semitic. He's never done any harm or called for any harm to Jewish people, but Jewish people have tried to kill him. So how can somebody he hasn't? It's a fact. You can look it up. So how can somebody who's put an attempt on Farrakhan's life call him anti-Semitic when he's never called for any harm for any Jewish people, but they've actually put out hits to kill him?
I mean, you said you've done your research. I've got to look into it.
It gets deep, bro. You just got to look.
What I'm saying is them saying that makes me want to research why they say that and see if it's true or not.
So you should definitely research.
I think what she's trying to say is like from different sources, not like different black people. He's saying like so let's say it's a newspaper. Niggas run a newspaper, and the owner is fucking Dylan, some nigga named Dylan, right?
Right.
If Dylan owned his newspaper and something happened, let's say he get a DUI or some shit, all you gotta do is say, yo, don't put that in the newspaper. That kind of shit. Like,
it's a
the
bias.
Information, right? It's biased. The information can be biased. So getting it from different sources and then putting it all together, can form that nice big picture.
But I don't take opinions from black people from people who aren't black.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I would agree. I would disagree with that. I take opinions from anything. It doesn't mean I believe the opinion.
Because people who aren't black have been lying to us about ourselves for hundreds of years. Why would I believe anything they say about black people?
Okay, I understand. I understand where you come from. I don't know if I agree, but I understand. I think, I guess, because since I brought them up, the Anti-Defamation League of Philadelphia, big anti-hate organization, trying to help against stopping hate against the Jewish community. They released a statement. They say they appreciate Deshaun Jackson's apology for his posts and the Eagles' condemnation of them. I'll be messing up them words.
Condemnation.
How you say it, bro?
What are you trying to say?
Condemnation?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't like that
you got
word.
it, right?
I don't like that, John.
Yeah,
well,
it's a weird word. It's a weird word, bro.
I said condemnation. I don't know.
It's a weird word, but you got it right.
You mean it's our hope that Deshaun uses this moment as a chance to work with the Jewish community and educate himself further on how dangerous and hurtful anti-Semitism is. And he did, Deshaun, to his credit, he apologized twice. And he also said he got with like certain Jewish communities in Philadelphia to see how he could help and gain more awareness. So I thought like he handled it right after his initial response. I thought it was also very interesting that the Eagles team owner Jeffrey Lurie and general manager Howie Roseman, they're both Jewish. So like you kind of see like that's a crazy conflict of interest.
That's why I don't think he would just like, yo, fuck the Jews. Like he wasn't on that type of time. He couldn't, like, it doesn't make any sense.
And even if I take it further, even if he was like that, I think it's you clearly see why he was going to backpedal after a little bit of, because you just the higher ups is not, you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. The last thing I wanted to get with y'all with this is the NFL. They released this statement. They called Jackson's comments highly inappropriate, offensive, and divisive, and they stand in stark contrast to the NFL's values of respect, equality, and inclusion. Give me your opinions on that, please.
So I don't really remember specifically, but I remember Riley Cooper said some wild shit when he was with the Eagles.
That happened.
Did the NFL make a statement?
No.
I don't remember them making no fucking statement, bro.
They did not.
I don't remember that shit.
If they did, I don't remember them making a statement as strong as this.
I don't remember that shit. I remember they didn't give a fuck.
It didn't happen.
They didn't give a fuck. And nothing happened to Riley Cooper and all these fucking people that's outraged trying to fucking kick Deshaun Jackson out of town wasn't saying shit. And Deshaun Jackson is actually good. Riley Cooper is a bum. So I'm like, well, damn. It got to be something else.
Yeah, we know. I just thought it was laughable. Like you could say, like they stand in stark contrast to our values of equality.
Right,
y'all just kicked what's the name out the league.
Exactly. That's
Nigga
exactly y'all values.
Right.
Colin Kaepernick. Let me say his name. Y'all kicked him out the league.
Basically, like blackballed that nigga and gave him this nut ass weird workout, John.
It's highly hypocritical.
Listen.
It's very hypocritical, and it's like y'all are crazy for even like that's like a laughable statement to me. That's why I wanted to bring it up. It's like, come on now. It's one thing for the Eagles to kind of, you know what I mean, say something, but for the NFL. Like, come on, y'all.
Right, no, the Eagles. No. The Eagles can't say anything either because even though Deshaun Jackson is wrong because he did not know what he was talking about, so he retweeted some ignorance. So he is wrong, and he should have apologized like he did. But the Eagles put their back against the wall because of the way they handled that Riley Cooper situation.
They did.
So now you have to just rock with them, because if you don't, what you're saying is, oh, because we're Jewish, we care more about Jewish slander than African American slander.
But
exactly.
Because if they cut Deshaun Jackson, I'm gonna be one of them niggas down there fucking protesting that shit. Like,
I will be there as well.
Cause like you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna just do that shit, bro. Like I will be at their training camp with a fucking sign and my mask on.
The keyword mask.
Yeah,
you know we don't want that.
I ain't forget. COVID.
I like that. Yeah. They set the precedent. You know what I mean? So you can't. You're right. You can't go against that now. You done showed us how you gonna react to a similar situation, so react the same way. Keep that same energy.
Same energy.
It's so much I wanted to get into with this joint. I don't know. I guess Steven Jackson, just briefly, NBA player, he voiced his support for Deshaun Jackson, and he also was met with backlash. And I don't know if y'all really was able to see that.
I saw all of it.
I like Stack because Stack don't give a fuck about backlash.
He backpedaled. He backpedaled.
He did.
I didn't even see what he said. But
he went into a cornerback backpedal.
So what happened?
Okay. See, Deshaun Jackson said some ignorant shit that he did not know what he was talking about. There was one thing that was truthful in what he said. Everything else was propaganda and false quotes.
Yep.
Now, he got a lot of backlash. I feel like Steven Jackson didn't like the backlash he was getting because he didn't see the same thing for Riley Cooper. So then, again, like I said, mean what you say and say what you mean. Steven Jackson jumped out the window to defend Deshaun Jackson, but he ain't even know the information himself. So when he said what Deshaun Jackson said wasn't wrong, and they said what wasn't wrong about it, he couldn't answer it because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about either.
He probably hadn't even read that shit when he said that.
Exactly. All I'm saying is black people have all your facts straight before you jump out the window, because they will try to mix our words up and make us look stupid.
And I want to make this clear. I got much respect for Stack, especially with everything going on, because George Floyd was his friend of his. How he's leading the charge for our people. I got much respect for Stack. And I agree. He kind of was basically also saying that black struggles aren't less than other community struggles. You know what I mean? And he felt that was happening with so much backlash behind Deshaun Jackson's comments. Okay. But he also kind of stated how he wasn't wrong. And that was just incorrect, like Ant said.
If you want to state that he's not wrong, you got to be able to answer how.
You got to be able to answer. And it just wasn't, you can't answer because he was wrong. And I rock with Stack. But
Yeah,
I didn't like that he backpedaled.
I still like that he stood up for his man.
Yeah.
Knowing that he backpedaled, it don't make me feel too good.
I feel like he felt that pressure from Showtime.
Yeah, you got to backpedal.
You got on Instagram Live with a rabbi. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I don't have a problem with that. I just felt.
Wait, he was on live with a rabbi.
He was on Live with a rabbi
that's
because the
just-
Jewish people was putting heat on him, bro. That's a whole
Yeah,
backpedal.
that's a lot. I feel like that's
a lot of heat going on this
That's a
week.
lot.
I guess to keep it going, man, that's something. But my man, well, not my man, I don't know him.
Now
But,
your man.
No, not my man, but fellow podcaster Gilly the Kid has been in news recently for a few things, but we're gonna get with this first one. A video resurfaced of a former rapper turned podcaster Gilly the Kid. He came out and basically in his video that he posted on Instagram, he spoke about how all lives matter and that how he never was gonna say Black Lives Matter because he was in the streets and the person that shot him was a black person and Black lives can't matter until Black lives matter to black people. So he was like, all lives matter. And that's just how he rocking. And so that video resurfaced last week. It was from like 3-4 years ago. And then in retaliation to the backlash, he released another video and he basically doubled down on it. What's y'all opinion on what Gilly the Kid did first initially?
He's wrong
Why is he wrong, Ant?
because all lives matter isn't even a thing. It's like we're saying when we say Black Lives Matter, we mean we should not be killed because we are black.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you bring up black on black crime, I don't think any black man has killed another black man because he was black.
Right.
There was something behind it, whether you agree with it or not. There was a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
We get killed by police, other white people just for being black. So when you bring up black on black crime, it doesn't matter. And when Gilly brought up listen, I got respect for Gilly off of some things that he did, but he's still completely wrong. So I would tell Gilly, there was a reason, for whatever reason that is, you got shot by another black man. I doubt that reason was just simply because you're black.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think the reason at all was that because Gilly was black.
Right.
We can't say for sure, but
I
I can say that for sure. It
I
wasn't.
think that shit Gilly said is a big problem amongst our own communities today still, because I see that shit a lot. A lot of niggas be on social media and be like, y'all worrying about the cops doing this and we still shooting at y'all, bro. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas don't even understand that even like niggas kill each other in the same vicinity, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is, right? So white Americans kill white Americans at about like an 85% clip. And then black Americans kill black Americans at like a 90% clip. It's damn near the same fucking number, and they act like black on black crime is some fucking pandemic ruining the nation.
Right.
I agree.
You kill who you close to.
I think y'all made the two biggest points. Number one, nobody's killing nobody because no black person is killing another black person because they're black. You know what I mean? It's like you said, Leak. We live in communities in the same proximity of each other.
Right.
So the criminals are going to commit crimes against people who look like them because we all live in those same communities.
Let me read this little sentence I found on the Bureau of Justice Statistics.
Okay, statistical esco.
Stat leak.
Stat leak.
Leak stat.
The nigga, this joint said people living in households with income below the federal poverty threshold are twice as likely to commit a violent crime than people in high income households, regardless of race. While we live in a country where the poverty rate is more than twice as high among black Americans than white, and that is much to do with 400 years of systematic racism than anything else.
Correct.
I also want to state this because he made it a big point in his video that came out, the one in which he doubled down, that black lives not gonna matter until black people feel like it should
Not a
matter.
fact.
And he named a bunch of statistics from the past weekends in certain cities where high gun violence occurred. Here's where I think he's incorrect. I know he's incorrect. I looked it up and did my research. The black community is the number one community that's most concerned about the violence that occurs within their own race.
Right.
Meaning they speak their mind on gun violence that happens to each other more than any other race in the country.
Right.
Studies show that. So this is some evidence. 60% of white Americans say gun ownership does more to protect people from crime than to put them at risk, compared to 35%.
Right.
Black people, 56% say that gun ownership does more to endanger, meaning we're more concerned about guns being in our communities because we feel it endangers us, versus white people had the belief more so that it
For
protects
safety.
them, that they
Right.
have that right.
Right.
So for him to say that Black lives not gonna matter till we the main race who believe it hurts us the most.
Right.
We speak our mind the most.
It's a fucking joke what he said.
And we have protests and marches for violence in our community, just like we have protests and marches when it comes to like law enforcement violence and police brutality. We have those same riots and not riots, but marches and things for inside issues
Right.
as well. So I just felt like he was just so. One thing I didn't like about it was that I felt like he used his personal experiences to kind of make this judgment.
Right.
And it's like
that's
you
exactly
need to,
what he did.
You need to do your information and do your research because you're just wrong. You're incorrect.
All you got to do is just look all over the world. Like, people do their little small scope, whether it's Philly, whether it's America. Anywhere you look, if you give people the worst resources, education, no money, bad housing, and then you put all those people in the same area, they're going to commit to crime and everything, because at the end of the day, we're humans. We're going to try to survive by any means possible.
Right.
If you give a certain group of humans the worst possible living situations ever, they're going to do whatever it takes to get out of that.
Generationally too, like you just every fucking generation got the same squalid bullshit conditions and the same fucked up laws and rules in place, and then y'all fucking get upset when motherfuckers protesting to change the shit.
The
Yeah, if you go to
same-
other countries, they out there killing each other too because they live in bad circumstances. That's
It's a
just what
sense
it
of
comes down to.
hopelessness. There's a
Right.
sense of hopelessness that gets passed down generation to generation. It's like a psychological thing. And one thing I also saw was that many young black men, and black men are the group that's most likely to be perpetrators and victims of gun homicides. They're the ones that's most likely for that to happen to. We all suffer, well, the community suffers from PTSD.
Very true. Yeah.
Actual.
Which affects the decisions we make, how we react to certain things. And lastly, I wanted to also
Hold up,
say,
before we switch up, no, you go ahead, man.
go ahead, bro.
You should watch the Sebastian Telfair documentary on Netflix. It does a really good job. Like at the end, it's a powerful fucking moment. Like the last scene, bro. Like I was down there about to cry. I was watching the joint with my girl. We in the joint. It caught me off guard. It was a young boy in the chair. It was after they told his story about being in China hooping and shit. He came home.
You mean
Steph-
Stefan
Marbury. Yep.
Stefan Marbury.
He in a chair at the barbershop. Young boy in the chair getting his hair cut by somebody else. He was just talking to young boy, having a conversation with him. He was like, "Anybody ever told you can be president?" Young boy was like, "No, nobody ever told me that." And Stefan Marbury started crying, bro. And I started tearing up too. I was like, "Damn, nobody told me that growing up either." You mean? And I feel like that hopelessness right there. I feel like he gave that young boy hope. You mean that's what that? And when you said hopelessness, that made me think of that shit.
Nah, that shit just made me sad just now, dog. I'm not gonna hold you, cause that's a big deal. Just can you think about that? Just a simple statement like that can change somebody's whole course.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's so very important. And last thing I wanted to mention also is that when you do the research about gun violence and things like that, the group that's most harmed by guns in general is white males because they commit
Suicide.
the most
sir.
out of everybody. So you would think we would have a different type of, but suicide is not as publicized as black homicide. So it's
I said something that said in like 2013, like 22,000 white men killed themselves or some shit like that with guns.
we was reading the same junk because we were doing the same research because I was like, dang, I didn't even think about that. You don't even think about that when you think
Didn't
about
cross your mind.
gun stuff.
No.
Didn't cross
You
my
think
mind.
about black homicide 1st, and Gilly is just, it's crazy. But uneducated, man. Do your research. To move on, Gilly
break,
again.
Bathroom break.
Dang, bro.
Cut.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
But yeah, man, to transition, I feel like Gilly the Kid been in the news a lot. So that was the one thing I saw. Now, another comment that he made that came out from his podcast, which I got much respect for, $1 million worth of game. He spoke on Maker, who was a top prospect in the country for basketball, a 6'11", 250-pound forward senior, and he committed to Howard University. And on his podcast, Gilly was stating how he would not allow his son, if he were a prospect in basketball, to attend an HBCU because he doesn't feel like HBCUs get as much exposure. So he would want as much exposure as possible for his son to go to the NBA. That's why he wouldn't allow his son to go to the HBCU.
I'm gonna start real quick. Gilly, for that comment right there, is dumb as hell because fucking Dame Lillard went number 6 from Weber State. I had never
Weber
heard
State.
of Weber State
Me neither.
before Dame Lillard got drafted by them ever.
Now, to play devil's advocate, before the draft, I had really never heard of off exposure, I had never heard of Damian Lillard either until like late in his career.
Fair, but
Doesn't matter if
the
you hear
exposure
it
shit
all.
doesn't matter because he got the NBA number 6 pick. You see what I'm saying? Like that's my point.
Speak on that, yeah.
That's
The
my point
exposure
right there.
doesn't necessarily mean speak on
He
like
wherever you like the coaches, they recruit you because you can play. Like I mean, if you can play, them scouts gonna come find you. The NBA niggas gonna come find you. The contracts will come to you. It don't matter where you go. They come find them bros.
for sure.
That's why Paul George, Kawhi, them niggas wasn't going to Duke and Kentucky, but them niggas the best players in the
Fresno
league.
State,
Mid
San Diego
majors.
Real shit. Fucking Steph Curry went to Davidson, bro.
Davidson.
He probably had like a couple offers coming out or some shit. He couldn't have had crazy ones because he went to Davidson.
I think he had one offer. That was
Yeah.
from Davidson.
Ron
right, man.
Murray
He's fucking
went-
Stephen Curry.
Ron Murray went to Shaw.
Like, come on, man. Like, come on
Flip
now.
Murray.
I want to play devil's advocate just so we can really attack this. So, and what do you think first before I go?
It was another uneducated statement by somebody who doesn't know the college system as well as they think they do, and I think we'd be more versed in that than he would.
Yeah.
That's why we know he's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I can see the optics of it from the outside fan.
So look at it like this then. No, I'm just doing it for the listeners, anybody listening. So he's saying he wouldn't let his son. So he's saying if his son had the choice, because a lot of the dudes we did mention, some may argue, well, the reason they didn't go to these high D1 programs is because they weren't recruited from these high D1 programs. Some of them, like Dame Lillard, Steph, like you just mentioned, he only had one offer.
Right.
So he's saying, I'm assuming if his son had the opportunity to play anywhere, he would not allow his son to go to a
Here's
HBCU.
my thing, though. With that, if he had the opportunity to play anywhere, that means they already know he's fucking great, right?
Facts.
They're going to be watching.
Yep.
Wherever you go.
Yep.
And you go to an HBCU, other niggas like to play, like, especially the young boys today, it's not a lot of, like, there's a lot of camaraderie. Like, niggas will team up now. So, these niggas, he might get somebody to come with him. Like, the young boy, Mikey Williams might come with him in a couple years or something. He might be go to Hampton or some shit. But, it's just like, it's a different time, I think.
It's a different time. I think my biggest thing against his argument is like, number one, you may not get the exposure to the casual basketball fan because
Right.
the casual basketball fan is going to watch
Casual
the Dukes.
basketball fan don't matter.
Exactly, that's my point. The casual basketball fan doesn't matter. What we keep saying is the people who are going to be watching, the important people, the scouts, the team executives, they're going across overseas. They're going to anywhere they can find a player that they feel they can get a diamond in the rough. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter that the casual basketball fan isn't going to watch you as much because you went to Howard or to a HBCU. The important people are going to be able to find you and get your film and see how good of a player you are. So I would let my son go to a HBCU. And also, it's like you said, Leak, it's going to start a whole new wave. You know what I mean? Now these top black athletes are going to start going to HBCUs to support the black colleges.
Right. I mean, like, the reason these schools are so big and grand is because we've been pumping our athletes into them all these years, and they get so much fucking revenue from them games being on TV. Like, let's think about, like, what if that Fab Father went to Michigan? What if niggas went to Howard?
It would have been the same result.
Them niggas would have been on TV every night the same.
Yeah.
They would have they would have gave Howard contracts for that shit. They would have happened for them, like,
TV follows the talent.
right? And like it'll come.
The money gonna follow the
gonna come.
talent. The money gonna follow it. I agree. I think the impact that this is gonna make is just gonna be great. More people are gonna be empowered to, like, you know what? Forget all that. Forget the status quo and what's been happening.
Right.
We about to go to these schools. I like Mikey Williams, a young guard in high school. Super tough guard. He's thinking about going to Hampton, which is his mom's prior school. So I'm all for it, man. I think it's gonna be.
Would y'all when y'all was coming out, like, would y'all have went to a HBCU? Like, looking back, I'm so upset with myself. Just real quick before I let you go, I wish I had this idea back when I was playing like AAU and shit, because I was real close to a lot of my teammates, and we'd have loved to go somewhere together. And like, if we could have just figure out how to get to one of them, NC Central, one of them joints like that, bro, shit would have been up.
What about you, Ant?
When I was leaving high school, going into college, I was very uneducated about HBCUs. I didn't know much about them. Once I did get to college and I went to East Stroudsburg and we played against these HBCUs, especially in the CIAA conference, I was like, we were going to these schools playing them, and I'm like, damn, I wish I went here. Like, it was lit. Like,
jumping.
they got an all black band, the crowd's all black. It looked like a vibe. So I was like, if I would have known that this even existed in high school, I would have definitely explored that option.
I think I'm glad you asked that, Leak. I think it's even a broader thing. Like, when I was coming out of high school, I didn't necessarily choose my first college off of basketball. So even just thinking about an HBCU, I'll be honest, I had a very I feel like I had a
Why you say very like that, bro?
No, because I'm emphasizing a
Oh.
very misinformed opinion on HBCUs in general.
Okay.
Especially
Where'd you get your
'cause-
opinion from? Like, what were your?
I think more so living real close to Dell State. And not really believing Dell State to be a quality school. I'm not coming at them. This is just my opinion from what I saw from outside.
Yeah.
And I think I let that feeling judge my entire it formed my entire opinion on all HBCUs.
It's crazy. It's a weird. It was a weird disconnect. Something happened in like the 2000s that I don't really understand, because in the 90s HBCUs were big. Like they were everywhere and in pop culture. Martin used to have them on all the time on his shows. On Living Single they had them on Living Color. They had like the tees and shit. You know what I'm talking about? The crop top Jones, all the HBCU sweaters. But like something happened, and in the 2000s that shit just died. And it's been like the only time you see an HBCU is in a fucking movie like Stomp the Yard.
Yeah.
White people who told us they weren't adequate.
So I guess would y'all go doing it all over? Y'all would have went, not even just for basketball reasons.
Yeah, just
Yes,
in
I
general,
would've
like,
went.
because I feel like I would have enjoyed my experience a little bit more, just because. Well, actually, my first school I was cool because it was a lot of diversity. But when I went to Bloom, I feel like it wasn't really super diverse. It was just a pocket of black people that I kind of fell into.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I went to a HBCU, there would be multiple pockets of black people. Different pockets of black people doing different things and being different people, and that would have been a great experience because you don't really get to see that a lot.
You would too, Ant?
Esco not giving us enough credit. Bloomsburg was majority white, and we made it poppin'. The niggas.
I didn't,
We
bro. I
made
didn't say,
it
hold
poppin'.
up. All I said was Bloom wasn't like super diverse when he had a pocket of black people. I didn't say this shit was we was
No,
bored.
no. But I'm saying is we don't get enough credit for that. That's why I would go to a HBCU.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
with all the work we did to make Bloom as lit as we had it, it's because we were cool. But imagine it being like 20,000 of us. That would have been a ball. That would have been a ball. I
Shit,
would've went to
it might have been
HBCU.
a arrest too. I don't know about that.
We was wildin'. Yeah, if they were a little more calm than us, it would have been.
I think like I have I'm conflicted thinking about it, because even still looking back, I did kind of want a diverse group of people to go to school with. If y'all understand me, like not saying
No, I know exactly what you mean.
I didn't want, and this was my.
What do
this
you
was a
mean?
big-
My coon senses are tingling.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Another coon.
Yeah, I know. Oh, don't tell me I'm activating.
You're activating. You're
Coons.
getting activated.
Nah, but even back then, I had a belief that I would be possibly missing out by only going to school with black people. Not saying because I'm black, we're all diverse.
Yeah.
But I did want a diverse group of people to go to school with. Am I wrong for that?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You feel what I'm saying? Not saying, I'm just
The
saying
world is diverse. The world is not all black people.
that was my thing back in the day too. Outside of not liking Dell State, that was my thing. The world is not just black people.
Okay, I want to say for me personally, I was like until probably elementary school, I went to public school, and I was like, it was always like Puerto Rican kids, Dominican kids, black kids. And then I started going to like Catholic and private schools and shit like that weren't in my neighborhood, and I was damn near the only nigga in the class sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to a boarding school for my first 2 years of high school, and I only really remember like 4 or 5 niggas on campus, and like a couple of them were African, like they weren't like American black people, like they were like literally like Nigerian and shit like that. So I was already kind of in the mind frame where I didn't really need to be around a bunch of black people to do my thing, because I was kind of used to being the only nigga on the block.
Okay.
So that's why I never really even thought about the HBCU picture, when I was going out and leaving high school.
Yeah, I think for me, I guess if it was an ideal world, I wouldn't be going to a PWI or HBCU. This is my opinion. It would be all equal. It would be like, you know what I mean? Like it would be equal groups of everybody. For me.
All right, Terry Coon.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Another coon.
Yeah, yo.
I know. I'm trying to.
No, it's
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what
She's
you're saying, but
flirting
you
with
ain't phrased
coon
that joint
territory,
properly,
man.
bro.
He flirting
No,
with
what you mean?
coon
What you mean?
territory.
How I didn't phrase it right?
Like you phrased it and it made you sound like a little like your coon.
Yeah, it sounded like all lives matter,
Yeah,
bro.
you sound like all lives matter, but like I know what you meant.
Let me say this: more black people, but it ain't got to be all black people. That would have been me. Not saying I have a problem with that.
No, I definitely understand.
You know,
bro.
because the reason I brought this up, because it's like a thing. Like back in the day, that's kind of what this like kind of took me away from HBCU. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't exactly want to go to school with all black people. I don't have anything against my people.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Another coon.
I don't know.
Okay.
Now go ahead, Ant. Get your shit off.
Nah, I didn't say. Nah, I'm just listening. But I'm saying my kid's going to an HBCU.
I'm not gonna make my kids go nowhere they want to go.
No, my kid's going to an HBCU.
Yeah.
If they want to go to college, they don't
Like,
gotta go to college if they don't want to.
For me,
I have a whole debate that college is useless, but
I feel like you're sending your. Or why are you sending your kids to HBCU, bro?
because nobody can teach a black person how to be a successful black person that's not black.
So why can't you just do that at your crib and let them go to school wherever the fuck they
No,
want to go?
no. You missed what I'm saying. I said if they want to go to
I hear what
college.
you're
I
saying.
said if they want to go to college, period. College is going to be an option in my household because I don't think college is as useful as people make it seem.
Okay,
But if they do go to college, they will go to HBCU.
They have no choice outside of that.
we'll see.
I mean, there's millions. I mean, not millions, but there's hundreds of HBCUs.
We'll
so
see.
You got a big variety.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious.
In about 20 years when Ant ready to drop, I'm gonna check.
20 years. I'll be
20
45 with my first kid.
No, I'm saying when your when your kid gotta go to college or whatever.
Okay.
I gave you some time, bro. I gave you a couple.
Okay, yeah, that's solid. That's solid.
You think you're gonna flip?
Yeah, bro. Like I hear him now, but like if your kid like, yo, I don't want to fucking go to no school with all these niggas. I don't want to do it. Fuck you, dad. What you gonna do? Beat him up and send him
That
anywhere?
sounds crazy though. Why wouldn't you? But
It-
that's a mental illness. Why don't you want to go to school with
not,
niggas?
bro. Like it's not a mental illness. So, like some people don't want to be around niggas all the time. Like
That's
like, it's just how
crazy.
it
What's
is, bro.
wrong with niggas?
You know
what's
what?
wrong with niggas?
You wrong with niggas. I don't like you wrong with niggas. You nigga.
Me?
That's what.
See. Y'all was killing me just a minute ago, but I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying that, but you feel what I'm saying? If the alternative,
You said I'm not. He said I'm not feeling that, but you know what I'm saying. No, I don't.
No. Because I get what Leak is talking about. I get it, but I don't have that opinion. But what I'm saying is, in this world, our alternative.
Oh, I
is
didn't
this.
say me, yo. I said.
Oh,
some
wait.
people.
So who are
Bro,
you
don't-
talking
hey,
about?
No, I'm not coming. I'm saying what you said. Like I'm not saying you believe that, but some people have that opinion. I'm saying
Yeah.
I don't have that opinion. I'm making that clear. What I'm saying is though, like in this world, it's HBCU or PWI. Like it's either one. It's got to be one or the
Yeah.
other. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, that's
So
what
with
I'm
those,
saying. That
but
would be
it
the idea.
is. So with those two choices, what you doing, Cheese?
If I-
Stop trying to ride the middle.
No.
of the
I'm not.
Nigga.
I'm not. So yeah. So because it is back in the day, I would have went to an HBCU.
All right, that's all I want.
I would have.
Okay.
For sure. Because those are the choices. Because I fuck with my people. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a good.
There are other colleges that's not PWI, HBCU too. Like just,
What are the other colleges?
Like is Temple HBCU or PWI?
School me. I thought like isn't that like predominantly white? It's just more
It's
white
just-
people
yeah,
than
it's
everybody
more
else.
white. But
That's
like
what I thought.
that's a lot of that's America.
That's my point. That's my point.
That's
Those are
America,
only
bro.
the two choices.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. That was my point. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of do the people that I kind of judge PWIs by like I don't know. You right? Yeah.
I thought
right.
Bloom was
You
a good
right.
balance.
You right.
What?
That's only because you was a
Esco.
nigga. Because
Yo,
you hung
Esco,
out with
he's
us all day,
wildin', bro.
Speak to that. I only hung out with black people.
We didn't really go on. I ain't going on campus that much, so. And I don't know how much you was on campus and shit, but like if you just walk campus, bro, and you had your head up and not wasn't in your phone, you would see people look like you about one in every like 12, 15.
But
He only hung out with us, Esco. That's why he.
no.
did that.
But understand this though, because it's what like 10,000 kids, and how many black people y'all think it was off the rip?
1,000.
7.
Come on, yo. Because I went to a school. The reason I say that I thought it was a good balance for me at the end is because I went to St. Joseph University for my freshman year. And guess what? It really was only 7 black people, and I was one of the 7. So when I say it was a good balance at Bloom, I saw way more black people at
Bro,
Bloom
there
than I
was
saw at my freshman.
500 niggas in Bloom. You just hung out with all 500 of them. That's why you thought there were so many of them. There's not a lot, bro.
I don't think
that
that's-
too. No, that's very true. Like we all kind of hung out together. Like we went to the same. We all saw the same people everywhere we went.
Yeah, there's not a lot of them if you
So
count them.
yeah, I think for me saying that, it was a better balance at St. Joe's. It was no black people at St.
So
Joe's.
way better.
You feel what I'm saying? So to me, I was like, all right, well, shit, I'll take this because it's, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, why
It's
don't you just
more.
walk to West Philly and get it popping, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have did that too. I'm talking about the school. You definitely could have did that. I guess to move on, man. Let me go in with something fun. My man T.I., he expeditiously came at 50 Cent and wanted to do a versus battles, 20 songs back to back to see who had a better catalog of songs. And T.I. was talking filthy. What's y'all general predictions on who would win if they got in a battle? And you go ahead.
50, man.
Yeah, I think 50 won.
Early.
Just
Like blowout.
Yeah.
You think it's a blowout?
Blowout.
Not blowout. I think T.I. used to be my guy. Like back when that big things popping and little that used to be my shit. When he was doing that kind of shit back in the day when he first came out, he was my guy. Rubber Band Man, all them Jones. And then I stopped listening to him. I don't know what happened. I think right after Paper Trail came out, I ain't listened to him again after that for real. And that's when he started trying to use these big ass words and wearing his hat funnier than he used to and shit.
Funnier.
One thing I will say, T.I. been real consistent though. Even that being said, because I never was. I listened to a lot of his earlier albums like New League, but even his later ones were really good. I do think 50 will win. I think 50 will win. If you're doing anything you've been on,
Yeah, bro.
your albums plus 20? Features.
Yeah, bro. 20.
50 don't even got features.
I don't think it's a
would win
blowout.
as far as features. Because 50 don't fuck with niggas, so he don't really got
I'm talking
features.
about G Unit music though.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Like classic G Unit
Yeah,
music.
T.I.
Shit,
getting the
just-
fuck out of here.
Just 50 tracks like him.
I think T.I. would make a good.
Yeah, I think he could give him a
fight.
run, but it wouldn't be a blowout for sure. But he's
Yeah, I don't
not
think
winning.
blowout.
He's
Yeah, I don't
not
think
winning.
It's going to look like Jada and Fat.
Nah, man.
Jada and Fab shouldn't have looked like
Think-
Jada and Fab.
Yeah, it shouldn't have. Because he played a bunch of
DJ
bullshit.
Booth.
DJ Booth played a bunch of bullshit and killed my man Fab, bro. He did. He
on
did.
that Booth.
He did. Because he played all the hot shit when the joint was over.
Yeah,
I was
didn't get
mad.
that. I didn't get that. He
I
didn't.
fucking love Fab, too. I love Fab music. I don't like that. As a person, he can kiss my ass.
Oh, here we go again. Let's go keep bringing this shit
And
up
I'll
every
mix him if you
episode.
got a problem.
Fab not gonna fix you, dog.
I know, because I ain't Emily B.
Yo, you know what I'm gonna do? This is gonna be funny. I shouldn't even say it, but I'm
What?
definitely gonna edit a clip of Leak saying he's gonna rumble or shoot somebody, just like from all the episodes, bro. That's gonna,
He owe 5 niggas and fade and he
bro,
gotta shoot
bro.
6 niggas,
That's
bro.
a new drinking game, bro. Whenever you listen to the podcast, take a shot. Whenever Leak mentions he can rumble, he got hands, whatever.
Nah, because y'all niggas test me per episode, bro.
Leak will let you know.
I get tested weekly.
He will
It's
let you
usually
know.
Ant.
Oh man,
Listen, man.
I'm Bennett.
I
ain't
mean,
Bennett.
there was
I'm talking
almost
about,
there was almost a little kerfuffle upstairs.
I wasn't even talking about that.
Oh,
See, you trying to bring it back?
Look, I wasn't even talking about that.
Ant won his feet.
Yeah, I was talking about like just the content on the pod. Like you say some shit and I get a little animated. That's all I was talking about.
One thing to keep it going with this, I think 50, we all said 50 was gonna win. He responded to T.I.'s coming at him. He posted a video with T.I. being on Crime Watchers in ATL and basically accused him of snitching.
Oh, he was on Crime.
that's exactly why this.
Is that the show?
Wait, you didn't know that?
I didn't know, bro. I didn't know that.
Or
I didn't
Crime
know that.
Stoppers? It's one of them
Shit,
Jones.
You can look that up right on YouTube.
He got paperwork.
Bro. He don't got paperwork, but he on Crime Stoppers though.
I'm not a street boy. I don't know nothing about that. But
He got himself right out there.
yeah, I don't. When boys start, I don't like. This is a joke. I don't like when people start talking about that paperwork if they not really. I'm not even in that life, so I wouldn't even say nothing. What's his paperwork look like? Like I wouldn't even.
I just asked the question.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like the people that really be like going crazy about
Oh
it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people start talking like that. I'd be like, bro, like, what you got to do with that life? But yeah. So I thought that was interesting. We got 50.
That 50 posted exactly why this battle is not going to happen. I can't see 50 being in the same room with another rapper and having a chill button. This nigga doesn't have a chill button, bro. It's going to get wherever 50 goes, it's going to turn into something that it's not supposed to be. That's why this battle is not going to happen.
And he always with the antics too, so
Yeah.
he'll like just accept the bullshit that's coming. And T.I. probably a snap. He'd probably slap his hat off his head or some shit.
Wait, whoa, you think
He's handled it pretty well. He
you
got
think
called.
T.I. slapped 50?
No, nigga, I said
Oh.
50 would slap T.I. hat off because he's already leaning.
All right.
He can't. Yo, that joint be on the brink. T.I. hat be on the brink.
tripping.
Please look up pictures if y'all don't know what we talking about of T.I. wearing a hat.
There's
Back
a
in
whole
the day.
challenge about that shit.
Goodness gracious.
On his last leg.
That joint, yeah, last leg for real.
But 50 by a mile though.
Oh, so 50 by a mile. I'm saying 50 by a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, just
What
50.
T.I. doing with mini men?
He got some, T.I. got some shit. You gonna stop doing
But
that?
with mini men?
Nah, let me think.
Mini, I like ASAP.
Yeah, that's a good
Over
joint.
min?
I don't know about over Mini Men, but I like a couple of T.I. songs to go up against it. You would lose that round on purpose if you're smart though.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
you can't beat it.
Some joints is throwaways.
Yeah, you just gonna throw your worst song out of whenever he play Mini Men.
Listen, just as long as T.I. don't bring DJ Booth, it'll be competitive.
DJ Booth, yeah. Shout out to him, man.
He
Doing his-
banned from verses.
But yeah, I guess that's everything I wanted to talk about, or you know, what I mean, that I saw. What anything else y'all want to get on or speak on?
I mean, really, the only thing we got to cover before we head out is me versus Esco 101.
Yo, I'm gonna cook this nigga.
That don't gotta be live. But yeah, you talking about basketball? I thought you were talking about the feed.
No, basketball.
Oh,
basketball.
my fault.
Nah, you,
Hey, Cheese trying to
Cheese wants
spice
to
it.
fight so bad.
I swear, I thought he was talking
so
about the fight. We
so
just was talking
bad.
about that.
Nah, we're talking about basketball, bro.
Who are so who?
What do you mean? You was gonna ask me who
How you
I
gonna ask
got?
us who won?
I know. I was just about to say.
Me, nigga.
I'm the only one who can really give my
Yeah.
opinion on that.
Cheese, who you got winning, bro?
Who you got, Cheese?
You can be honest too. I don't care.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep it a bean. And I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm going Leak just because he gonna post you up, and I don't think he's gonna be able to stop that.
I'm not gonna post him up.
You going all perimeter stuff?
Now who you got?
See
I,
that?
got, I know.
See,
No, listen,
listen.
listen. Nigga, listen. You smart. I gotta post him up to not. It's not post up versus fucking 3-pointers.
What I'm saying
I'm not
is,
gonna post. I'm not gonna put my back to him.
What
That's
I'm saying
I mean.
is you're gonna use your height advantage. It doesn't necessarily have to be a post up. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like you're
Yeah, I'm
6'5".
gonna lay that big little ass nigga up.
That's what I mean. But in the post, you're gonna go to the
Whoa,
paint.
whoa,
You're gonna use your advantage.
Whoa,
I'm gonna lay that little nigga up.
Yeah, so that's why I got you winning. Why you gonna come at me?
Hold on.
I'm coming to him. I'm just gonna keep.
Hey, and then
All right,
one. Okay.
all right, bro. All right.
No rebuttal.
Huh? No, I got a fucking rebut. Lay me up, nigga. Huh? What are we doing? 3 dribbles?
We can do 3 dribbles.
Who the fuck he laying up then? He gonna have to do fucking a move. And I got me, nigga.
Listen, bro. If I can get to the rack on Kyle in 3 dribbles, I can get to the rack on you in 3 dribbles.
not
Are you
the
smoking?
only
Are you
person who
smoking?
can get to the-
Are you smoking
you not
wet,
the-
nigga?
You said that as if that's a challenge.
What?
Get into the rack on Kyle.
I knew he was going to go there.
Nigga said that shit like that was a feat.
My fault.
That wasn't.
I thought Cheese was a solid defender.
That wasn't an achievement, yo.
No.
I'm not even going. This y'all, Joe. I'm not even going to talk my trash because we already know who's
Listen,
going to win
man,
if
we
I
gonna
play.
set it up. We
Cheese,
gonna
you
put
want
it
to take
on.
this L if I play you too, nigga?
Nah, it's not going. It's not
Bro,
going. down like
you
that.
already gave the tape in the group, Joe.
You beat me.
bro.
You beat
Oh
me
yeah, expose
Okay,
him.
then.
Nah, he
Expose
beat
him.
me the last couple times,
Okay.
but you know what I'm saying? It's a new day, baby.
Okay.
What Pop say?
We gonna have to
Live
Live to fight another day.
fight another day.
Yeah, all right.
We gonna have to set this up, man, for the live.
We definitely gotta
Arcade
get this on video.
What
subscription
Smokey say? You
followers,
got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, we definitely gotta get this on video, man. But if that's everything, I'm good, man. Y'all good?
Yeah, I'm
good,
out, man. And we still made time, even though they fucking cut us off 40 minutes.
Difficulties for sure, man. That's episode 7 of the Laundromat Show. I'm K Rose.
And McKee.
Leak.
We out.